I have just a few announcements to make. We had a retreat last weekend, and it was, I always say this after every retreat, but it was very powerful. There wasn't a huge group of people here. Many people backed out in the last week, literally. But people there, I have never seen people go through the kind of transformation that took place with the people that were in the retreat. It was something extraordinary for me to see. Human beings touching a really deep part of themselves. And in order to get to that part of themselves, there had to be such a deep sense of surrender inside, transformation inside, and opening to a higher power in the universe. It was a wonderful thing to witness. And certainly, it was a more than wonderful thing to be part of. I, you know, I don't understand any of this. I've been doing this meditation for God knows how long, half a century, and I don't understand it. The only thing I see in it is that it works. It really works to change people. It really works to open people in a depth within themselves that really allows transformation to take place. So transformation is not just a nice word that everybody is supposed to experience. It's not kind of a gentle, feel-good feeling. It's like an eruption, of an inner force that takes one to a whole different level of understanding, of living, of certainly, giving them the capacity to connect with the creative source of energy in the universe. It's a marvelous thing to see. It's a miraculous thing to see. We see that kind of thing in Mother Nature, and people always stand there in wonderment when they see it. To see it in human beings sitting in front of me, I'm telling you, I was in wonderment. It was just a joy and an extraordinary experience to see people changing like that. And I just have nothing but gratitude to Rudy for teaching me all this stuff that enables me to be part of it. So, there'll be another retreat for my birthday, and that's in August. It'll probably be around the 10th of August. And then there'll be another one in October. I don't know the exact dates, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it here. I'm going to maybe do it in Europe. And somebody made kind of an offer for me to come to Europe to do this. And I think it would be a very good opportunity to just not only do a retreat that people that study with me in Europe might be able to attend, but to just get away and maybe take a vacation in Greece or Portugal or somewhere to relax. I mean, because not only retreats, but every one of these classes are very, very deep in the work. And one has to absorb the energy. One has to truly make an effort to relax inside, to allow the energy to become an organic part of one's system. So we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know anything for certain. The only thing I know for certain is that I will have a retreat here in Stamford, Connecticut. They're all invited to come. I hope you make it. I know some of you have money problems, but man, what a way to get over the fear of making money. I really mean it. It's like an extraordinary opportunity to build a system that can teach one how to get over one of the great fears that exists in people. This fear of economics and financial things, and we need to get over that. It's part of living. It's absolutely part of living in the world. So I think make an effort to do it. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's like Rudy told me, buy that building. Well, how am I going to do that? I got $600 to my name. A month later, I did it, found a way. And what Rudy taught me then was so important for my growth. It enabled me to do things that I just didn't have the guts to do before I bought that building. I didn't even know how to begin to do them. And it opened up a whole world for me of being able to function on an economic level, which I was never capable. I used to work in restaurants as waiter, bartender. I would I remember in Europe, I used to shovel and deliver coal. I worked on the docks there. I worked in extra work in movies in Paris. I did all kinds of stuff. I have a career of thousands of different kinds of jobs I've done in my life. But when he said, buy that building, it changed something in me. It made me do something that I never believed I could ever do. And and then it continued. All these opportunities would avail themselves, and it took guts and courage and a true faith in a connection with higher energy to do a lot of the things I did when I was younger, to move forward in my life. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? And all of us have something we have to do that'll give us the guts to get over ourselves, that'll open up life to us in all its depth and glory and splendor and everything it has to offer. Every human being has that thing inside they're afraid of. And part of doing deep meditation is overcoming that thing. You work out your karma, you allow your karma to touch you instead of keeping it, you know, half a mile away all the time. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? And the ultimate goal, as I say all the time, it's not making money. It's not, dealing with Maya and illusion and overcoming we overcome ourselves for one reason. It gives us the strength to build a system that allows us to keep our hearts open. We're no longer intimidated by life. We're no longer intimidated by our karma. And the ultimate goal of all of this is God is love. We have to learn to keep our hearts open. And if life scares the shit out of us, we'll never be able to keep our hearts open. There'll always be something. Well, do I trust? Do I this? Can I do it? Some way of avoiding, getting free of oneself. Does anyone have a question? Somebody's got to have a question. Anyway, it was a great weekend, and I'm very grateful to have been part of it, to have hosted it, and I grew a lot this weekend. I really did. And just to be able to talk this way in this kind of voice, calmness, and it's just a sign to me of how much my life has changed. It's really changed. And it's changed a lot over the last couple of years. And I have just a lot of gratitude. So thank you. Bless you all, and have a wonderful evening. And there'll be meditation tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There'll also be meditation on Wednesday at 7:30 in the evening. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day, wherever you are in the world. God bless you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You.
Good night.
Bye.